Set. We're all set. Well, after all that, my name is Coach Smile, and it's indeed a pleasure to be with you today. Whether you are viewing this for the very first time or a replay, I certainly encourage you to get pen and paper out to jot down some notes. You are in for an incredible journey today. We come together as a team every single Saturday to share ideas, techniques that will drive your business to an entirely different level. And so, first of all, I'd like to thank Rajiv, the visionary CEO of our company, for giving us this platform to play in and on. He has put together a terrific team started by Marvin, Brad, Nancy, and all the other backup staff. But I'd like to congratulate you for being here because you are an intricate part of this story. And it's because of you why we put this on. I've got to give a big shout out to Miss Kim Law because I saw somebody signing and I might be signing the wrong thing. So I better stop while I'm ahead. But this is a terrific opportunity for the deaf impaired. I once started a company and built a group of over 5,000 people that was hearing impaired because back in the 10, 15 years ago, they could use phones for nothing. And I just seized that opportunity. So it is absolutely great. I'm a future diamond influencer. That's the top of our marketing program. And that's the reason why we've put these sessions together. And so our topic today deals with purpose. Purpose will help you develop the faith, and with faith, confidence in yourself and belief that you will succeed in your major purpose in life. And that's what we're about. Vision helps us see things as they can be, not as they are. And so your business might not be where you want it to be now, but see it the way you want your business to be. And by George, it's going to be there. I stayed in a one bedroom apartment, 3758 3rd Avenue, and never thought I'd be able to own my own Rolls Royce, age 25. And so I'm telling you that this type business can change your life. In fact, the Old Testament states, without a vision, the people perish. You've definitely heard that from Pastor Chris a lot. While it's important to study history, I think Thomas Edison prefaced, for vision of the future rather than history of the past reflects the fact that it's where we are going is far more important than where we have been. So we don't have to worry about what we've been. The real thing is where you're going, where I'm going, and that's what excites us. Visualization is seeing a positive result and taking action to make the vision become a reality. That's what we do every single morning from 8:30 to 9:30. Michael, Ross, Christine, when they do visualization. Develop a belief such that when you look into the mirror, you can say to yourself, when I look into the mirror, I can leave Lawton behind. Lawton is what they used to call me in Jamaica. When I came to America, my mother said, your name is David. And I suggest you start acting like a David. And I said, okay, all right. Become a big boy, grow up. But if it is to be, it's up to me. So every morning when I wake up, I got to look in the mirror like you and say, if it is to be, it's up to me. This takes me back to my original, oh, Tracy, good to see you. Takes me back to my original training, the first training manual. And this training manual was so good, it was designed for a C student because the entire training manual evolved around 3 words. And Michael is laughing because the 3 words, just mute your speaker. Mercy, I had to come get you, girlfriend. Okay.
Here I am.
Okay. The 3 words in this whole training manual was rise above it. We had no product. Rise above it. I didn't know who to recruit. Rise above it. My team that I recruited ran away. Rise above it. And so that was my original training manual. Why I love it so much? Because it resonated with me because it was just 3 words. So for a C student, I could remember 3 words. Once you believe in yourself, you will take the necessary steps to continue in the right direction. Persist until you reach your goal for this September. And so it is. You're in for an exciting journey. Our guest speaker is so prepared. She is over prepared. Just mute. Everybody mute their lines, because if I attempt to go there, I might mess up something. Just mute your lines. Our guest speaker is Miss Darlene, and her credits are so much. But here's what I want you to know about Miss Darlene. Miss Darlene, to me, is a great friend. Miss Darlene, to me, is a professional. Miss Darlene, to me, is a dreamer. Miss Darlene, to me, is a future member of the Diamond Influence Group. And with that, Miss Darlene, I want to turn it over to you. You can say whatever it is you want to say. And just tell me when you want me to move to the next slide, okay?
Okay, thank you so much, Coach. I am honored to be here today to be able to speak because my tax business is absolutely where I wanted to be. Now it's time for my life to move on to something else so I can leave a better legacy for my children, my grandchildren, and my great-grandchildren. So let's get going so we can all learn more and be able to move forward. Okay, so step 1 today is embrace adversity as opportunity. In every setback lies a hidden opportunity. It's time to unearth the potential within adversity. And here are the action steps. Reflect and identify is the first one. Take a moment to reflect on past challenges and defeats. Identify the lessons and strengths that emerge from those experiences. That's a wonderful thing to start working on. Number 2 is narrative redefinition. Craft a narrative around these adversities, emphasizing how they've propelled you forward, moved you forward. Share this story with your team and audience. Number 3 is daily adversity reflection sessions. Hold daily team sessions where members share their recent challenges and the lessons learned. Encourage a growth mindset and celebrate these victories. And like Coach just mentioned, we hold the daily team insight sessions from 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. and join us at this phone number. And so if it takes a couple of seconds for you to write down this phone number or be on the WhatsApp so you can get the phone number to be on. Okay. So step number 2 also has 3 things to talk about. Cultivate a no defeat attitude. Number 1, daily affirmations. What Coach said, standing in front of that mirror every day and saying something positive to get you going, that's what we all need to do every day. And with it, you say, I am going to be doing this, this, and this. So daily affirmations, start each day with a powerful affirmation like, I am resilient. I do not believe in defeat. Repeat this affirmation throughout the day. Number 2, visualize success. Spend time visualizing scenarios where you navigate challenges successfully. Engage all your senses to make the visualization vivid and emotionally charged.
Hold on. Don't worry about that.
He is muted.
There you go.
Number 3, team accountability partners. Meet up with a person, which is a pair team member, as accountability partners, so you can support each other in maintaining a positive attitude, especially during tough times.
For what you're doing
Yeah.
with your
Excuse
company.
me, just mute. If you're not talking, mute. You're disturbing, please. Person talking, mute.
And I love that screenshot because I love college football.
Go ahead. I'll try to mute.
Okay. Team accountability partners, pair team members as accountability partners to support each other in maintaining a positive attitude, especially during tough times. Who is your Angeli accountability partner? Can you name that person? If none, I suggest you get one today. If you can't find an accountability partner in your active upline support team, call Coach Smile. Here's his phone number, and we can do this together. Okay? You can go to the next page, Coach.
Thanks. I was trying to mute lines. Can't do things at the same time.
Okay. Okay, so step 3, transform problems into solutions. Okay. We did accountability. We did page 5. We're going to page 6. Thank you. So let's transform problems into solutions. For every problem, you hold the key to a solution. Seek, persist, and conquer. And here are the action steps to take. 1, problem-solving workshops. Host workshops to brainstorm and find creative solutions for current business challenges. Encourage participation from all your team members. Number 2, implementation of agile practices. Adopt agile methodologies in your operations. This fosters adaptability and encourages a proactive approach to problem solving. Just work on it to solve the problem with those in the workshops, with your partners, with your team. Celebrate solution success stories. Share stories of past problems that were transformed into successes. Highlight the process of identifying, implementing, and reaping the benefits of the solution. Here's A and B. Attend the Thursday night Angeli training, and here's the Zoom link. And B, Coach Mal always has a circle up at his Zoom immediately after the Tuesday and Thursday night presentation meeting. And here's his meeting ID on Zoom and his passcode. And so the purpose of this is to meet and greet your guests and book a follow-up appointment. Okay, Coach, we said you were going to go over this page.
Yes. Thank you. And so share my business, a new and powerful business funnel. Now, honest to God, if you spoke to me about a funnel, 5 weeks ago, I wouldn't know what you're talking about. Luckily for us, we have got a company that makes it so much easier. This is the first time I've ever been with a company in 50 years that have decided to put a funnel up. And so in your office portal, you've got a professional funnel for influencers. And so this is tagged to influencers.angeliglobal.com/your username. That is your portal, that's your funnel. I've been using this one a lot, the social media influencers. And why I've been using the social media influencers as opposed to the networking, it's a personal choice. Most people I know that have been doing network, they don't want to associate themselves with professionals. Why? Because they haven't been successful. They haven't been in an environment such as what we have, with all the tools that are ready to go right now. However, when I speak to them about being a social media influencer, they go, oh yeah, I've been very successful as a social media influencer. Why? Because they've been on Facebook. And so that's okay with me. I've been on Facebook too. I just never used it up until about 2-3 months ago. You're going to hear a fantastic story of why what we're doing now is so relevant. And we just, we talk about the 100th monkey experience. I'll let Michael go through that with you. But here, if you've got a guest, when you have a guest, I'm going to talk to you about guest onboarding, but you just send this link out and the company is going to send you this every day. So Elaine, this means that you sent somebody your guest link and they go and they put in their name, their telephone number. You'd have known that they visited your site. Heretofore, oh boy, I tell you, Mary, you're rubbing off on me. Heretofore. I ain't never used the words. Anyway, heretofore, you send somebody to your website, you would know if they went or not. This gives you immediate accountability, tells you what's going on. Absolutely tremendous. Doesn't cost you a dime. Doesn't cost you a dime. All we got to do is go ahead.
Okay, so here's a call to action. This is very important. Believe in the power of learning from adversity. Start this journey of transformation today. Let's put this newfound information this week in our personal and business life with Angeli. Next page, please. The still point here, this is a mind-blowing thing for me because it's the search for peace, and we all need to be at peace and able to move forward with our lives and with our businesses and with our families. Okay, next page, please. I fell in love with this page. It's your path to peace, and looking at all these amazing products that will walk you to a path for a healthier life, a healthier family, a more increased financial, business. So this is just amazing to me. Next page, please. These are wonderful explanations of how these wonderful products are helping us and everyone who's taken these. The root energy is associated with the perineum, legs, and feet. It is linked to grounded feelings of safety, security, and survival. The sacral energy, just below the navel, is linked to creativity, sexuality, and emotions. The solar plexus energy, located in the upper abdomen, governs the digestive organs and muscles in the core region. It relates to personal power, self-esteem, and confidence. The heart energy, this affects me because I don't know if anybody knows, I had a heart attack. So the heart energy is something that is very special to me. Located at the center of the chest, is associated with the heart and circulatory system. It represents love, compassion, and emotional well-being. Next page, please. Throat energy is associated with the throat, neck, and vocal cords. It relates to communication, self-expression, and authenticity. Brow energy, located between the eyebrows, is associated with the brains, eyes, and the pituitary gland. It is linked to intuition, perception, and spiritual insight. The crown energy, located at the top of our head, is associated with the upper brain, pineal gland, the nervous system. It represents higher consciousness, spiritual connection, and enlightenment. One of my favorite pages, too, the purest water on the earth. Because, one second, Coach, go back to that. Because yesterday there was, on the one with the water, yesterday there was a person on there who, I'm not going to mention the name, thought that having this best water filtration system would cost $5,000. When she found out it wasn't going to be that much, it just made her so happy that she would be able to do this too. Okay, next page, please. Now, these patches are phenomenal. I made a little note. These are amazing pain relief products for backs, necks, shoulders, and other places. Even great for women with monthly cramps, because that Power Ease patch, my daughter had very bad cramps every single month. And this was the only thing she could use, because all the pills and aspirin and Tylenol and all that stuff, none of that worked. This Power Ease helped her with her cramps every single month. Next page, please. It's up to you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Unbelievable. Thank you, thank you. So, 3 powerful phrases for recruiting. Come join Angeli Global and feel the amazing power of the NutriVeda products. And when I'm talking about feeling the amazing power, it is something that I am living every day. I post my numbers and I'm running anywhere a low of 14, 15,000 steps to 24,000 steps on a given day. Good to see you, Ms. Campbell. They make you feel strong and full of energy. When we all work together as a team, we can achieve great things. Let me repeat that. When we work together as a team, we can create phenomenal things. Come join us and rank promote as a team. I want to take this time because this young lady, I hold her in such high esteem. She's been with me every Monday from 7 o'clock till about 8:30 or 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. And what she has done absolutely blows my mind. So if you just joined us, just mute. Whoever just joined, just mute.
Coach, this is Big Money. Can you please make me a co-host?
Okay, let me do that. And I so thank you for helping me. Now I can't find it. Lord have mercy. I gotta do this up front.
I should be up at the top because of the B.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So I want to make you a co-host. Oh, thank you. All right. You're the co-host. And so I want to welcome everyone. But I want to give you a glimpse of where we're going, a glimpse into your future, my future, because what can happen to one? Next week, perhaps we should have Michael do the 100th monkey story. But Mary, can you, I got Mary's.
Okay, Coach.
Okay. At least my Marys know who I'm talking about. Why don't you share your success and how you feel and what that has meant?
Well, first of all, I want to tell you, on LinkedIn, I am a member of this group called Mental Health Charge Agents. And Thursday, I made a post in that group, and I posted a picture of that says protect your mental health. And when I posted the picture, I asked a question: what would you do to protect your mental health? And 4 hours later, that post had 6,700 impressions, and it had 110 reactions of people liking the post, and it had 7 comments and 12 reposts. That means 12 people reposted that post that I posted. And as of today, it is still trending. It has 10,292 impressions, 168 reactions. It has 14 comments and 18 reposts. I've already responded to 7 of the comments. I'm going to respond to the other 8 comments today, and I'm going to I have 169 likes to respond to also. So to me, this is amazing, because I never knew making a post anywhere on LinkedIn could give you that many reactions. That means that people are looking, although they're not making a lot of comments, they are looking at what I post, which is great for me.
Engagement. Thank you. It means that
Welcome.
what we're doing is totally different than anything else we've ever done. So what in 70, 69, 77, 70, 71, I took 12 people, and we created over 3 million in volume a month after month. Now, what as a team, we embrace this new technology. What I did last week, last year, 10 years ago, irrelevant because of the tools we have. Wait till Kim Law talks to you. Unbelievable of what has happened with her. So it's not just one person. This thing is happening right now. Come join us as a team. Let's grow together. Let's rank up together. And so, do you ever find yourself struggling to find the right words to say when you're trying to recruit somebody to your business? All of us have had that. If so, this presentation will break down 3 powerful phrases that will instantly make or engage. What Mary had was engagements. What we need is engagements, but on their terms. So the invitation, the basis of recruiting is inviting someone to take a look at your Angela opportunity. Many recruiters combine the invitation and the presentation in the same step, and that's not how you do it. There are far better ways, and that's why we have these advanced trainings. Years ago, you would have paid $295 or $495 to go through what we're doing here. You're in the right place at the right time. So whether you're viewing this on the replay, this is all relevant today, right here and now, Ms. Campbell. Your job when recruiting is to focus on the invitation. The invitation presentation must remain in two separate processes. First, and Kim Law, I could turn this over to Kim Law and she would rock and roll with this. This is not experimental. This has built an organization that I have not recruited one person in 15 years, and it's still qualifying at the top of the food chain. And Dave Savula taught me this. It may or may not be for you. Why is this important? The phrase lets your prospect know that it's okay if they're not interested. You're not looking for everyone. Actually, you're letting them off the hook by removing the pressure of them saying yes. If people feel pressured to comply with what you're offering, they often will resist to you, your ideas, and your opportunity. Phase 2, would you be open to? And so you combine this with phrase number 1. So I would say, Dr. Beasley, this may or may not be for you because you've been a very successful entrepreneur, very successful doctor. I mean, if you look on the offering of his estate, it's telephone numbers. He invited me out there and I didn't want to leave. Finally, he kept looking at the door and I figured it was time for me to leave. But it's great. All the wine you can drink. I mean, he's got his own vineyard. But would you be open to? Would you be open to? Would you be open to join us Tuesday night at 9 p.m. to view our incredible opportunity? And then we can discuss the details. Talk about sampling products. The best product to sample, and I gotta be honest with you, the best sampler I know is me. And the best person I've been sampling my ambrosia with is me. But I guarantee that ambrosia is great to sample. It tastes great. Not only it tastes great, but it's the benefits of that product. The relief. The relief is designed 20 minutes after. You'll start feeling a definite result. That's what was the first thing. We went to the office and I was jumping up and down because Contessa said anything that's got sex and pain relief is going to go. And I'm talking to Chris Johnson about the vitality, and he's going, no. They gave him one relief. And like 20 or 30 minutes after, he moves his pinky, moving his pinky, he gave $1,800 to start at the top. One relief. Talk to Kim Law about the relief. Watching a short video. Here's the link. Ayurveda in the news. Absolutely incredible. I start every presentation. In fact, I just did a presentation for a young lady, Miss Thomas, that will be notice what I said, will be joining And she already introduced me to other people just for the product. Elaine, this is absolutely incredible. The tools we have today. I mean, 6 months, 2 years ago, I wouldn't even be talking about Mary Collier's situation because it would not have even occurred to me. Gloria, this is unbelievable what you could do. You know, Billy, look, man, let's get busy. And then I go to the LPS, and that's how I present. So look at this. If I invited you to one of my Zoom presentations, would you come? If I sent you a short video, would you take a look? If I gave you samples of our product, everything but my ambrosia, would you try it? This is absolutely phenomenal. We have not had stuff like this before. Common mistakes. Many recruiters make the mistake of saying things like, I'm going to send you a video. I want you to take a look. Again, it's what you want. Okay? I want you to come to my Zoom. By making such demands, you're not giving the prospect the chance to agree to your appointment or offering utilization. Number 3, get your prospect to agree is much more powerful than demanding it. Let your prospect be a part of their salvation. This is absolutely incredible. What I'd like to do though is I'd like to get some feedback here, and I'm going to go here because she's from the same base. But Kim, you want to come in and just comment whatever you feel like on this? I know I'm throwing you on the spot.
Thank you for that, Coach. I appreciate that. So, I can't even see the screen. Which one's this one about, dear? I've been signing whatever you were saying.
Okay. It may or may not be.
Okay.
you.
All right. So this is a phrase. I say these words all the time. So what I say is, you know, I have something, and believe me, this is not easy to sign and talk at the same time. So just be patient and forgiving with me. All right, so patience. So I have something that I would like you to check out. You may or may not, you know, be interested. If you are, great. If you're not, that's fine too. You can change the words around and how you can't do it wrong unless you're trying to sign at the same time. I'm just saying. Sorry, Kizzy.
I would sign for you, but it would confuse you, me, and everybody else, you know?
So when we're talking to people, it's really it's important that we listen to what they're saying first. We need to say things like, hey, you know, you may or may be interested. Maybe you are, and maybe you're not, but that's fine. If you are, great. If you're not, you might know somebody who would want to be a part of the business or would want to, you know, try some of the products. I tell them, you know, if you're interested, that's wonderful. If you're not, that's fine too. But, you know, you might know someone who needs, you know, a little bit more money or needs better health. If you're standing in the grocery store and, you know, and you're just waiting to be able to pay, then, and you listen, or you see that a person is like having a hard time paying for their food that they're about to get, folks, this is a way that we can have a conversation and help people to be able to have what they're needing. You know, it's so simple. There's just 3 phrases. So Kissy, I'll say it to you later, slower. I need to stop signing for just 1 minute. So I tell people, hey, I have something I'd like to show you. Okay, so I have something that I'd like to show you. You may or may be interested. If you are, that's great. If you're not, that's fine too. But you might have somebody who'd be interested. Or you may say, hey, do you know, or do you have a friend who's looking for some extra money or has health issues and needs help with that? And then you sit and you're quiet, you wait. And if they say, yeah, you say, oh, that's awesome. That's great. Well, do you mind giving them my card? It'll take about 15 minutes of their time. And they may or may not be interested. If they are, that's great. If they're not, that's fine too. But they might know someone that I could be able to help. I only want to just help people. So I kind of add into my conversation, you know, who I am as a person, because I absolutely love helping people. So whatever works for you and how you communicate and talk with people is what you need to be, is how you need to just talk. Just be yourself. And back to you, Coach.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, I had a conversation with Mr. Eric, and Eric is absolutely fantastic. He's been a leader in the entrepreneurial world, and he gave me an idea that I want to pass on to you. What Kim was talking about, if the person says, look, you may know somebody who's interested. And so just refer them to me. And so, look, Terry, George, I'll pay you a finder's fee. A finder's fee. Duh. Finder's fee. Duh. Okay? Because what I'm marketing is the Limitless Performance Stack. That is $230. So for each person you recommend to me that buys that, I am going to give you a finder's fee of $25. That means that if you refer 10 people to me within a given month, Gloria, it means that, Billy, I'm going to pay you what? $250. So $250 just for referring somebody to me. That is absolutely fantastic. You have earned the difference between $25 and $60. But more important, you have created a customer that when worked correctly, it's called onboarding. You will find an endless supply of customers building your customer base. Thank you again, Kim. Incredible.
Coach, I forgot. One thing I did want to share is that, you know, when you were talking about the relief, sorry, sorry, the relief, that I was actually blind for 16 years, like white cane, a guide dog, all of that for 16 years. They don't give you a dog if you're not blind. And I literally was in a really bad automobile accident. It's been about 20 years ago. And now it's close to about 3 years. I started taking the relief, and in a very short period of time, it was only about 6 weeks, I started to see a difference. And I wasn't taking it for my eyes. I was taking it for my back. I have 8 herniated discs, in my back that I needed help because I can't take medicine to stop the pain. So I would either just like stay in water all the time and just kind of float, or I'd be in bed because the pain was so bad because I'm allergic to a lot of medications. So when I ended up trying the relief for my back to help support me so that I could, you know, do the things that I needed to do, I was taking a lot of it. And when I say a lot, I was taking between 5 to 10, sometimes 15 a day. Just like if I started to hurt, I would just take on it and just keep it in my mouth and suck on it all day, you know, just to stop the pain. Well, 6 weeks after that, all of a sudden I started noticing a difference in my eyes. I was like, well, they're hurting. And I was like, I don't understand why they're hurting so bad. And so I asked my husband, I said, I need you to look at my eyes. And he says, oh, they look fine. I said, no, they're not fine. He goes, yeah. No, they look good. I said, they're not red. He says, no, they look fine. So I turned to walk away, and it felt like someone took an ice pick into my eye, and I was like, yeah, no, they're not fine. I need help. You need to look close and look at it. So he looked at my eyes and he's like, oh my God, they're round. And I'm like, what are you smoking? Of course. Yeah, the round. And he goes, no, your eyes have not been round for 16 years. I'm like, what? Now, I was blind, so I had no idea what my eyes looked like. Turned out that the iris, so here's your lens, right? So the pressure got so big that the lens went flat and the iris got mushed, technical term. Then when the pressure came down, it got like that, well, it got stuck. And so my eyes stayed stuck open for 16 years. I don't know if you've ever had your eyes dilated, but it hurts, it's bad. Well, long story short, I ended up getting the, using the Theramelt and taking more and more and more of it. And then they started doing a documentary, and about, I don't know, about 10 months into making the documentary, the director told me that I needed to go get my eyes checked. And I was like, okay, fine. Why? He goes, well, because you can do more now than you could in the starting of the film. And I was like, oh my gosh, well, I'm not going to fake it, you know? He goes, no, that's fine. We just need to get it checked. So I go and they get it checked. And long story short, I couldn't see because I was wearing the wrong prescription glasses. My eyes had changed. And even though these were not these glasses, this is actually the 8th pair of glasses. They've changed 8 times in the last 2.5, well, close to 3 years. They're getting better and better and better. Every single time they change, the doctors, they don't understand. They're like, they're surprised. So folks, these products, we can't say they're going to heal or do this or do that, but I can tell you what it does do. Our bodies are designed to fix itself. You know, God doesn't make junk. He's amazing. So what happens is when our bodies get what we need to fix it, then it's, you know, for me, if you have a, well, I'm going to use this as a bad example. It's Gatorade, but it's bad. Okay. So I have about this much Gatorade in here. If this is your cannabinoid system, then mine was down here. So it took me a lot more of the relief to get to homeostasis. But once I was there, I only needed a little bit to stay there. I didn't need all of this. It was able to maintain at a smaller level. So wherever you are with your body and your health, it'll change for you in a way that you need. So, you know, thank you, Coach. I want to give it back to you. We're excited. I've got a new associate here. This is Nakia. And she's jacked up and excited. Back to you, Coach.
Wow. Blessings, blessings. Okay, okay, okay. We're gonna start having many people in the house, in the home, viewing all at the same time. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. And so having testimonials like this is mind-blowing. You picture 100 brand ambassadors giving a testimony like Mary Collier. We got the story. We just need to what? Share it. And through the audience that we have now today, we have the equipment to go ahead and do it. So where I was incorporating these three into your daily business. You will absolutely improve your prospecting results. And I said, allow your prospect to feel comfortable making the decision to move forward with your Angeli business. That's exactly what happened with Big Money. He had a guest on Tuesday night, Miss Thomas, and I onboarded. New word for me. I onboarded. So the moment you show interest, I will onboard you. My question to you, are you onboarding your customers? And so you can build a huge customer base, a huge customer base. George is on today. Congratulations, George, for you showing up. George is a student. And so he asked me on Friday or Thursday, I even forgot the day now, he said to me, Coach, I want to build a large customer base. And I said, wonderful, we'll work on that. And so by onboarding your people, and onboarding means that I took Ms. Thomas through the Limitless Performance Stack. We took each product. You know, she knew more about Ayurveda than I did. First person I ever ran into that knew that much about it. Okay, and so in your office portal, so we'll discuss onboarding, but onboarding is telling my prospect, telling my new customer that I value your feedback. And by I value your feedback, I am going to do whatever it takes to teach you about the product. Not only teach you about the product, but teach you how to take the product. Because if the person is taking the product correctly, they're going to get the right results. And that customer base will continue to build. Let's talk a little bit about money. Cash flow quadrant, employee time, and 90% of us here, I'd say 95, have worked on a job, working for somebody else. You know, we know the 40-year plan because a lot of us have experienced it. But I'm here to tell you that within 2 to 5 years. And so if you are 79, you know where you'll be in 2 years. If you're 84, you know where you're going to be in 2 years. And there's a 99% probability you're going to be here because of all the new improvements in the health. But it will rival the 40-year plan because of all the different strategies we have now. And so financial independence. I know in my own age group, 21, by age 65, well, some of us are 65 and beyond. 29 have died. The problem with my 29, they died at 18 to 20 based on where we were living. Okay. I don't know if 3 of us are still living, but look at this. 5% are wealthy. Breakdown, 1% athletes, entertainers. Well, based on the drugs that was being consumed in my neighborhood, very few people became athletes. Tiny Archibald is the only one I knew that got out on athletic scholarship. Great sensation for the Boston. 5% elite salespeople, 10% doctors, lawyers, 10% CEO, presidents, 74% are what? Business people like you and I. But look at this. To generate $8,000 a month, you would have to have something like $1 million invested. I don't know too many people that's got $1 million, even Gloria, coming from Lincoln University, cash on hand. But you can develop that sort of a process. You can develop that sort of an income from here and what we do. So somebody is talking, how much do you need to earn? Well, it's very simple. You do this reward volume and you earn this amount of cash. So if somebody is looking to earn $250, bam, no question, they do 1,500 in volume. Somebody's looking for 500. Well, Terry, you know, it's 3,000. Let's go to work immediately on that. Somebody, Miss Campbell, says to you they need to make 1,000. We got to get with them, get with me, get with Pastor Chris, but get with somebody. It's easy to do 6,000. Okay, I have done 6,000 in business several weeks. So Sean, somebody comes up to you and say they want to do what? $250. That means that following what we're doing, that means they need to do what? 1,500 in volume. And so it is. Same way down the line. Somebody comes to you, Mary, you definitely know now how to teach them how to get engagements. Somebody says to you, I want to do $4,000. It means they need 20,000 in volume. So we put on our big girl, our big boy pants and say, look, I'm looking at $24,000 a month. That's 200,000 in business. And I have run these volumes before. So I know exactly the steps it takes to get to 100,000 to $1 million in business. And it's very, very clear, Sharon. It's us getting in harmony and moving the way we want to. Now, the real deal about this, forgive my colloquial term there, I've got to get back to Miss Mary's standards, but the reward adventures opportunity compensation, all right? What we've done is taken the 4 different plans, which is internationally known as the Unilevel. If you have ever worked a prepaid legal or a legal shield, if you've ever worked a Amway, if you've ever worked, I see Miss Jennifer on the line, a company like what she has done. Anyway,
Herbalife.
Thank you. I went into a mind freeze. Herbalife, I got to take some more Renew. Herbalife, great companies, but they utilize a Unilevel, a binary. They've got a lot of binary companies out there, and then a trinary. Well, the new one on the block is the Precision. And so what it is you basically sponsor 4 people. I'm using 4-3-3-3, but you can use 3-3-3. I'm sponsoring 4 people. teaching them to sponsor 3, teaching them to sponsor 3, teaching them to sponsor 3. It's really easy for me. Rise above it. Okay, real simple. C student stuff. But bottom line here is you've got 160 people. So you got 4 enrollments of 160 unilevel, 160 binary, 160 trinary, but there's precision. So here's what I'm saying. We don't realize what we have, because if we realize what we have, if we know and is committed, Sharon, to what we want to do, we got it. We got it. It's creating the belief and understanding. But with these 4 plans, this is the total result. So the unilevel, binary, trinary, and the precision, all with the same amount enrollments, the same volume. 150 is what I do if I was not in Angelique. Go find me somebody 77, 78, 79 doing 24,000 steps in a day. Hello, somebody. Can I get a witness? Hallelujah. It's not even about my weight. It's about how I feel. It's about what I can do. I mean, Contessa now is doing her steps. She's counting her steps. She's going to the gym. You let Alice tell you her age. But for an 81-year-old, Alice, Alice, I don't know about you, Alice. But anyway, it's what we're doing. It's fun. And so, in addition to that, you've got the wave. So what's the wave is, once you develop your business a certain way, you're going to pick up an extra $1,500 a month. Translated times 12 months, that's $18,000. Addition to that, what I talked about, what I got from Eric, the finder's fee. So somebody gives you a lead and they referring people to you. I'll let Jennifer come in and talk to you about the Jamaican recruiting system. But you give me a prospect that buys the Limitless Stack, I'm going to give you $25. Why? Because I've made $30. But it's not the $30 that I've made. It's the importance of having a satisfied customer. Because Ms. Thomas, she talked about the water filtration system. And she was looking at $5,000 when she found out that she could get a better system for $105. Then the add-on is the portability of the canister. Hallelujah. You can rank up and collect upwards of $200,000. Married to what? Dr. Beasley, Dr. Fay, and Mrs. Avery put together a pool sharing of 1%. You can't find a better offer. So what we have is something that a lot of us don't really understand. I'm still delving in. But this business is like an iceberg. The majority of it is under. This Angelique business, the majority of it is under the water. And so we have got to restore our faith, look the person in the mirror and say, if it's to be, it's up to me. Hallelujah. Because a whole way of redeeming the rewards points for free products, free vacations. Brenda texted me from Mexico last week because she went on a Mexican trip paid for by the company, and God blessings to her. She deserved it. She won it. But this company will have similar trips to that you and your customers can go on. Other companies have done it. The difference is using your reward points, you can now take advantage of it. And if your customer has enough reward points, you can take your customers with you, Sharon. Picture taking 5, 6, 10 of your customers with you on a 3-day all expense paid vacation.
Coach, can I chime in for just a moment, sir?
Oh, certainly. Come on in, come on down, stand up.
When I heard about this, I was so excited because what I was thinking was, here, I've got all of these customers, right? That they love the product and they love us. That's why they're buying it from us, right? And what better way to bring them into a bigger family? Because that's what we are. We're a family here. And when we can bring all these different people into our family, do you think that maybe things may change for them? Maybe in the beginning, they don't need the extra money, but when they start hearing different stories because you're on a cruise ship together, they're meeting different people and they say, hey, wow, I had no idea that I could pay for my grandkids' college. Folks, we're opening up opportunities in a way that no other company has ever done this before. And Coach, thank you so much for bringing this up because it's so powerful. It really is. And I'll be quiet. I just get so excited.
No, I want it in. We want more participation. I look out at Elaine. Elaine is going, go, baby, go. Go, baby, go. And I'm saying, go, baby, go. This is absolutely fantastic. And that's what I'm talking about, is seeing the possibilities. Not only the possibilities like what Mary Collier talked about. Picture, what if a dozen of us had that response? And guess what? She can teach you how to get that response because we were taught how to get that response. Not only with posts, what about reels? Getting engagement from your reels. What about me coming up with a reel? Barely learned how to spell reel, but I's got one that I created. All right. And it ranked #1 on YouTube. Hallelujah. If this C student can do it, and guess what? I got notes on how to do it. What happens when 100 of us, Versi? They taught you how to do taxes, right? I mean, you didn't fall out when you were born and they just stamp on one foot, your right foot. Boom. Versi knows how to do taxes. Left foot. Versi will do taxes. End the story for Versi. No, somebody taught you. Think of the number of people that are working 9 to 5 that can go to a Versi, that can go to our guest speaker and learn how to earn extra money. What we have is phenomenal. We've got a company that's come up with funnels, your own personal funnel. So every single person here, Sharon, has a funnel. We just got to teach them how to go what? Market that funnel. I mean, it's crazy. You know how much money I've been spending learning, and I'm trying to teach Mary Eddings, and I'm one step ahead. But guess what? Don't teach me something. Don't teach a C student something. I got it. And when I got it, I'm going to document it. And when I document it, hallelujah, I am passing it down. And so hats off to Miss Mary Collier. And you need an accountability partner. And I got to give my accountability partner here, Ross Quinn, every morning at 8 a.m., Monday through Friday, he calls me. How many of you have got accountability partner? At between 7 and 7:26, Alice Dorsey calls me. Alice keeps me accountable because if I'm in the bed, I'm lacking. I got to get up and look in the mirror and say, look, Lawton, you're goofing off again. If it's to be, it's up to me. My original training manual was rise above it. You don't know who to go recruit? Rise above it. The product don't work. Rise above it. The product didn't come. Rise above it. The product that came didn't work. Rise above it. Because it's the bigger story. It's the bigger thing. I don't know anybody that's got $5,000. Rise above it. It's rising above it that's gotten us to where we are. And at this point, I want to turn this over to one of the best speakers I know, the best performers I know, an individual that with his wife, I really need to talk more about his wife because she is an incredible individual. There are mornings I hear Ross talking to me and Christine is in the background. And if I hear her, I just need to hear her voice and I know what type of day she's having. If it's going to be a couch day or a day up. But this young lady, she's always up. You know, whenever it's her time to read, it doesn't make any difference if she's hurting or not. You will not hear it in her voice. She will not permit you to know that it was a rough night. And I said, oh my God, I have been so blessed to have a Sharon in my life. Oh yes. Talk about people overcoming things. A Gloria. Gloria, we've been hanging out since 69. Well, it was a little earlier than 69. A Billy Spearman. You know, it's crazy. But Mr. Avery, to you, sir, and to your beautiful wife, I want to thank you for the years that we have been together. And you take this session, we got people, this is one of our biggest sessions we've ever had. But tell the people on replay what your feeling is. And you just take it on home, sir. Notice I gave you the baton at the right time. You're muted. You're muted. You've been hanging out with me too long.
Sorry about that. It's an honor. It's a pleasure to be with this group. The quality that's coming together is part of what fascinates me. When David talks about rise above it, I can also remember when I first met David about 51 years ago. That's a long time to know somebody. But from that time, or about that time, a little before I met him, I was confronted, if you will, about an opportunity that I had to take advantage of. I had to make a decision. And what they said to me is they didn't want to put a jet engine on a bicycle. These little sayings that you remember for 51 years. But what it also says to me is the quality that fascinates me about people. I really like to be around superstars. I like to be around high performance people, because one of the things they like to do is to perform more and better. And when they start coming around, these numbers change. Last Saturday, David said that he saw the room being full. Well, I've seen David say that, and it's always come true. And it's also true what he says is he's never seen all these things at the, nor have I. But whether it's a guy like Jake, who's been in the business for a long time, that's on the call today, with his thumb up, you can tell by somebody who's smart, or a Sean, or a Chris, or a Mary, or Dr. Beasley, or Jennifer, Mary, Big Money Lloyd. I mean, that's half the room, so to speak. That's intensity that we're talking together about. These are things that we all know, because it isn't our first rodeo, if you will. And we've been bucked off the horse and got back on. We've overcome adversarial things, whether it's our health, our heart, our gut, our cancer, or whatever, our blindness. This is a group of winners that are sitting here. And as we start to perform, there's a crescendo, an organizational energy that starts to happen and gets bigger and bigger and more powerful. I've seen it, you've seen it, we all seen it. And it's a momentum phase that we're approaching. You can feel it. Next week when we show up here, there's going to be more people. I guarantee it. And if it's not so, you come tell me. But I think I'm going to win. I know I'm going to win that bet. If this kind of people produce results, they always do. And the fact that you're here, and David says something to you, as we've said to each other, I'm in the right place at the right time. That's true for you. Mary Collier has been doing stuff that she reported, but I've watched her doing stuff. She's consistent. She's always there, always making a difference, always contributing. That's the environment that we're led by David Smile. So using him and bringing guests, like what's the next thing we should be thinking about? We should be thinking about Tuesday night and who we're going to bring to that meeting, or to the Champions Call in the morning at 8:30 East Coast time. These are opportunities for you to build your business, which is what it's all about. It is in every business. You saw that 74% that David was talking about, where the money is. Those are business people like us, as David said. So each one of us has the ability to make these goals happen like we have before. So as we get confidence and it's shared, and you see somebody like Kim Law, who has her guest sitting right alongside of her, which is what she does, is recruit, recruit, recruit. But it's what you're recruiting, who you're recruiting. And if you're recruiting superstars and you're putting a jet engine on them, this is definitely a jet engine. This will accelerate them and you and all of us to hire, because all of us, this freedom share is something that is not seen before. that rides as we go on Angeli Global. That's a pool that we get by recruiting, that we get to do, that we get more of those freedom shares. We'll have a bigger piece of that pie. That's off the revenue side, the top end. That whole deal is a way to reward us that make a difference, that are sitting here today. That are sitting here today, that are making decisions in your own head, in your own heart. You're going to define it, you're going to shape that goal, and then you're going to go take action. This parade, this march, this brotherhood, sisterhood, friendship, alliance that we have, that gets better and better every week, literally every day. The C student, so to speak, I never liked him saying that because they're always kind of, well, I can't think of a polite word to say, but it's, I mean, if he's a C student, man, I don't know what I am. I mean, David is so smart, and we're so lucky to be working together. And it attracts a guy like Big Money that shows up and volunteers. New guy volunteers. What does that tell you about him? Again, it's what we got here, guys. This is an opportunity of a lifetime of many opportunities. But it gives you an idea about what can happen. So it's all about the steps, it's all about getting better, and it's all about performance. And bringing people in that you change their lives. I mean, Kim is a great leader because she has that heart, but it's in this room. I've seen it in each of you that I know, that you have this giving heart, that you want people to get well, healthy wise and wealthy wise. So it's always a pleasure to kind of frame at the end where we're going. So I look forward to seeing you guys Monday morning, Tuesday morning, whenever, but for sure Tuesday night with a couple guests. So God bless you guys. Back to you, Coach.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'd be remiss to point out the great people we have on this team. We have Bob Law, who on Tuesdays pours his heart out. Bob is not only a pilot, he's the only person I know owned 2 airplanes. Hello, can I get a witness up in here? If you can, if you know somebody, and we all know Bob, you can stick a number 1 in the chat for Bob. But he does a fantastic job on Tuesdays. But more importantly, thank you, Alice. Thank you, Alice. Michael, thank you. That was response, seeing who responds and what you respond to. But he's got a book, and we need to support our own. Now, we also have Elaine that is about to send me my copy that I paid for, because she is delivering her book. She's the only person I can pick a phone up and call. Thank you, Mary Talia. That they have named a street after her. They named the street after her not about the money she has earned. They named the street after her because of the service she has rendered to the community. And you feel what I'm saying about this group. And in the chat, you will see where you can find her book. Get a hold of it. Let's support each other. Mary Collier, she joined my LinkedIn. And between you, me, and the lamppost, I just learned how to spell LinkedIn. So when I got on it, I'm the first person ever knew that they banned me for life. So, but hallelujah, I can show you how to get back on LinkedIn because I'm back on. But in a more serious note, I've never done this before. And I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I do know how it's going to turn out. I want big money. Today's a Sabbath, and I really didn't know, but he stepped up and he said, Coach, I'll do this blocking out, but I'm going to go. And at the end, okay, Darlene, incredible. Absolutely incredible. If you guys want to know how to save money on your taxes and your whole team, you got Versi and you got Darlene, professionals. That's the makeup of this team. But here, I've known this young lady for 3 visits. Tuesday night, 2, 3. I've done 1 presentation for her already. She will be, notice I said, will be our newest brand manager. Our newest brand manager. Our newest brand manager. Thank you. And so, Ms. Thomas, you want to unhook and tell why you decided to come to join us and what you know about Ayurveda and just your experience from Tuesday night.
Oh, good afternoon. Thank you so much. Well, everyone calls me Maimuna, but Ayurveda products I know for many years are excellent. It's an excellent healing ability, to go by the way of Ayurveda. And matter of fact, I tried to study it some years ago, but that's a whole story behind that. And I went down to the school and they loved me and I loved it, but nonetheless. And so I wasn't really interested in network marketing at this time. But then when Brother Lloyd said, Ayurveda products, I said, really? And he said, yes. I said, well, let me check this out. And knowing a lot about Ayurveda, I was so surprised, when Coach, I call him Brother Coach, when he was explaining, all about the products and then showing everything. And I was like, wow. And then when he was telling me some of the testimonials that people are giving, and, I was just blown away. I said, I'm definitely going to do this because I myself have some health issues that I'm dealing with, legs, back, hip, knees, and all these kinds of things, body ailments. And so I need help seriously and dealing with pain and whatnot. And so I'll be getting my products any day. And it's just, I actually, I'll be joining today, and like Brother Coach said, I have been bringing people, so that they can be able to get the benefits of these products also. And hopefully, they becoming a part of my team and our team. And as Brother Coach is saying, we're all a family together. And, it's a fantastic family. Everybody is working together to accomplish a particular goal, and that's health and abundance. So I'm right there for it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes.
Yesterday was the first time I ever spoke to her about money. And that was because Mighty Quinn had a prospect on, and I showed her the money. All we've talked about is onboarding, which we'll cover another time, and getting people familiar with our products.
Right.
And we've got such a fantastic team. I spoke to you about Bob Law, author. I spoke to you about Bob Law, contributing. I
Yeah.
spoke about Elaine Short,
Yes.
not only her contributions, but an author. And
Yeah.
I'm going to close out with my main man. I don't even know where he is. He might be in Los Angeles, but here is a guy that started out like me, I guess, you know, just the average guy that earned a PhD. Not only he earned a PhD, but he built a very successful business with his late wife. Not only that, but if you ever get notice my choice of words here. If you ever get the opportunity to visit his estate, you'll never want to leave. How many of us got a friend that's got an estate? You can go there and drink as much as you want to drink. Don't be telling nobody from South Bronx, I can come and drink what I want to drink as much. Oh my God, I never leave. Until Contessa calls me and say, whoop, no, I'm about to give your position away on the other side of the bed. I'm there. On the serious side, a very genuine individual. But guess what? He's also an author. And he has a book. So where can you go and find a group like a Darlene, like a Versi, like an Antroy? I can go through these people's lives. Sharon, oh my God, we got some people on this team. We've got giants on this team. Mary Eddings, Big Money Lloyd, Gloria. If Gloria ever unveiled her background and the people and connections, you'd be blown away. But Dr. Beasley also has a book. And so we got to start supporting each other. Elaine has her stuff in the chat. I just learned what a chat was. I'm learning. I'm out here. I'm trying to learn. Other Jacobs, I'm hustling, but I'm trying to learn. Thank you, Jesus. And so we're 3 minutes over. So I want to thank you. I certainly look forward to seeing you Tuesday night. Bring one guest, because they can turn out to be a Miss Thomas. You never know which life you can touch. Thank you. And again, Rajiv, thank you for the dreamer you are. Marvin, Brad, Nancy, you guys have put together a heck of a program, and I'm just blessed to be a part of it. Again, Brand Associates, Tracy, great to see you, young lady. Don't get lost, okay? And Sean, blessings to each and every one of you, and good
Hey,
afternoon.
Coach.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Coach, you got a second?
Yes, sir. This is your Sabbath, so I don't want to.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. This is Big Money Lloyd out of Virginia Beach, Virginia, and I'm fired up. Y'all got me fired up, and I'm ready to go. I just wanted to edify, return that edification to Coach. He is so gracious, but I've known him for 20 years, and I'm a witness. He said, "Can I get a witness?" Well, I'm a witness that this man he's always been steady. I heard somebody else say it. He's always been reliable. I mean, you could take him to the bank. And let me share something with you. When I met Coach, he was a platinum executive director with a very, very famous company that's still on the books today, 199 months consecutively. And we had to do the "If You Were My Attorney" story to get a customer. And that was it took about 20 minutes to deliver that speech. But what I wanted to share was I watched this gentleman make millionaires. And over the years, we've gone back and forth with different things and different opportunities. But and I usually follow him in most of them. But when he showed me Ayurveda, and I happen to know that that the Indians use this practice of health and science for over 5,000 years. And when Brad and the owners, the people that he mentioned, I'm brand new to this, maybe 2 weeks now. But I wanted to say the last word, because I wanted to say that if you follow Coach, I've watched him make millionaires. And I'm in a position in my life now with the possibility of Social Security going away. I need that $78,000 a month that we talk about, not at the end of the compensation, but in the middle. So what I wanted to share is with us and all of the wonderful folks that were here today, if we all commit to bringing at least one person. See, we got to invite 3. We get one person to the next meeting, and we will double the numbers that we have today. We will take over Angelique. So we'll be those black diamonds that Coach was talking about, not in a year, but this year. So I wanted to share that with you, let you know that you're in the right place at the right time with the right people. I'm honored to be here with Coach Smile. Michael, thank you so much for always reaching out and recognizing me. Kim Law, you did an amazing job. I thought I was looking at Barack Obama's inauguration all over again with the signing. Just an amazing job. Elaine, thank you so much for having the street. I've seen some Lloyd streets, by the way. So they didn't name it after me, but there's a Lloyd Street somewhere, So I just wanted to let you know, Maya Muna, thank you. I could always call that sister. She is truly love and light. I could always call that sister, and she'll be honest with you. She's told me no many a times, but I never stopped sharing, and she's never stopped taking me up on my gracious invitation. That's what I do. I'll give a gracious invitation. And when people want to fight with you about an invitation, I said, listen, that's not what your mother would say, right? This is a gracious invitation. You could tell me no, that's okay. But don't beat up on me for trying to love on you. So that's all we got to do, is exactly what you heard the folks say today. Who is my sister that gave the presentation? I want to say Darlene Hicks, amazing presentation. And I won't say what everybody else already said, but I just wanted to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm in, Coach. I'll be here to assist in any way that I can. And I've already prayed on my Sabbath. So I got that covered. This is something that we need to do now. And this is and people need the help that we can give them. So back to you, Coach. I appreciate you so much. And thank you, all of you, for allowing me to make some noise, because I'm fired up and I'm ready to go. Back to you, Coach. Y'all have a great weekend. I'll see you on Tuesday night.
Thank you. And with that, Big Money, totally unexpected, totally on time, totally present. I thank you, and I thank each and every one of you. And let's make this happen. This is an unbelievable journey. Trust me. Trust yourself. If it's to be, it's up to me. Thank you. Bye now.
Thanks.
Me and me, Coach. Me.
Namaste,
Thank
Coach.
you.
Namaste, guys. God bless. Bye-bye.
God bless everybody.
Bye-bye. Have a good weekend.
Bye, everyone.
Somebody tell me, how do I turn off the recording?
Stop recording.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, Mary. Okay, Mary. Are you sure you want? to
Amazing
stop?
training, coach. Thank you.
Yes.
Bless everyone.